but AGP have just defended their last here. Clearly CPLAY one middle, pushed them all the way to last. The Uber's been popped just there now by Bull as I joined the server, and AGP have held on. They're currently with a one-man advantage, and they're starting to move forward here. I see Tech and Bull go and lobby. The fake call coming out from Cuba, but they probably know that they're good to push here. They can go and dry kaidus.
Yep, I'm just in. I'm finally in. I'm just trying to work out where we're at. So, super advantage for CPLAY. They definitely... Oh, wait, sorry, yeah. Okay. Slight advantage for CPLAY. They should be able to just hold on to this. Like, they're losing frags on the AGP side. I mean, they're kind of backing up to choke now on CPLAY, but they're going to get this in a few seconds, and they're going to really be really confident in the recontest. There's no scouts, so there's no flank really happening, and they are going to contest. So far, they do have to pop, but I mean, they're going to get some frags for this, and if they can get onto lobby, the soldier's on the medic right now. I don't see who it is. I assume it's Feeling. He really should get this frag on the medic, but he beefs it completely, and Bull's popped, so this is looking really bad for them now.
Yeah, Cuba's sitting in no man's land here. Feeling's hiding. What the? Feeling's sitting there trying to bait out. It's worked. Okay, you have been redeemed. He gets the pick. Manages to walk in there, kills off Bull, avenges his own medic, and sets it up for Blue to come in and try and finish off all those players. He gets 3 frags but can't kill off FL1P. Big Flip gonna survive and block the cap for his team. They have control of second right now, so they've got that sort of little bit of breathing room, but he's trying to contest DOB here, and DOB with the black box. Flip's just trying to pistol him, really frustrate him, and eventually he just gives up and jumps out. So just by playing patient and pistoling down, DOB forced to back off through choke here, and it's stabilized a little bit, but Feeling with the big play there, beating out his medic and managing to pick up a whole bunch of frags.
Yeah, I think it was the threat of the respawn wave on its way that made DOB go back. Like, it really didn't really want to die at that moment. I don't know if you caught it though. Profix was actually on last while that whole CB2 exchange happened. He actually killed the soldier on last, but having to trade with him, like the rocket fade away, just took him down. So it was actually a really close backup, like literally nipple hairs.
I did miss that. Right now though, CPLAY are coming in and they're just about to get their charge, but so's Bull, and he's standing here. He's going to take one hit, then pop. And the counter Uber comes in just seconds after Cuba. Cuba's fading, but he's already through the choke. T-Mac trying to catch him with the rocket. He launches him into the med pack. T-Mac gets the big med pick and will lose his own life for the cause. But meanwhile, Tech and Bull are committed to rock here, and they're surrounded by 3 players. They need backup right now, but Flippy's playing sniper. He can't close the distance. Exxon's just respawning. Bull goes down as OP jumps in. And now Tech is looking to perform some damage control here and needs to find frags, but he only kills off Blood. Good enough getting that demo pick. Flippy with the headshot onto DOB, and the at least territorial gain from CPLAY is minimal, but with Bull going down there and Cuba respawning, they've earned a massive Uber advantage. But Profix is going to hit. Kratos actually dies first. Profix gets the frag onto Exxon. Demoman down right now for AGP, and here comes Feeling. They've got players, they've got heals, they're looking to go here, but at the same time Cuba has to know he has that Uber advantage. Like, what do you do in this situation? Just wait for it?
Yeah, I think you wait at this moment. I mean, they don't look as full confident. Like, there is a sniper, you don't really want to just walk straight into Flippy. Profix looked like he really wanted to go though. He was pressuring that choke, but he realized he had no support, so just kind of backed up. So clearly, like, the call from CPLAY is to wait for Uber. But I don't know, it's kind of one of those where you flip a coin, but like any decision is the right decision as long as your entire team's committing on it. And they are now pressuring towards Big Door. They're kind of seeing the sniper and not really willing to go. I think someone has to just make space, like jump in and clear some space for the team to walk in. They do pressure him back though, and actually they've got some space on Big Door now. They could take this for free. This could be really nice for them. Like, they don't really want to pop now because Bull's on 90. Like, they've kind of waited. So Bull goes down. A random pipe from Blood from the floor just takes Bull down. And this could be a round. Like, it should be a round. It's really going to have to be a big mistake from CPLAY not to take a round off the back of this.
Yeah, Flippy not connecting any headshots. They're sort of acting like a magnet for spam. Bull didn't see it coming. He's gone down. Here comes the Uber for CPLAY. Exxon's playing from the water. This is the only thing that could stop him getting the cap, and DOB is all up in his face. He's going to get that demo pick. No stickies on the point right now, but CPLAY are 3 down. We're going to see Blue trading their kills off T-Mac, but somehow CPLAY are only left with Feeling alive, and he's coming from perhaps Riverside. He's doing a little field jump there, gets it with the second one. He's coming in, but he's been spot out. He's just going to jump in onto the point here. He's not sure what to do. He tries to change his mind and go for the medic, but Bull just steps back, and that's going to give them an additional man advantage here. Flippy's just capped the point. They see Kratos on sniper, so they know what they're dealing with here. Profix taking the one-on-one with Flippy, but he's got back up. He's called his boys. Profix has to back off the middle, but they're just baiting them into that Kratos sniper sight line. But T-Mac is just about to deny him. Kratos goes down, and it looks like AGP are going to take this middle with ease.
Yeah, it looks comfortable now. With 2 players down and the Ubers that they are, they should also get CP2 pretty comfortably. I mean, the sniper's gone down, so there's no pressure there. They should just be able to walk this one in. DOB's down, there's not going to be a bomb. The only thing they have to worry about is they have left big door a bit exposed, but no, the flank's coming in now, and that's tight. Going back to that last push, like, I really got to point the finger at Cuba. He sits it out completely, like, he just... As soon as, like, he got wind that the respawns were going to come in, he left his team, just stood on Riverside spamming arrows, like... Kind of just played the middle ground, didn't get himself out, so ended up dying. But we have got an Uber popped on Riverside. Kind of a questionable one from CPLAY. They're committing to 2 with the Uber, but they're just chasing 1 scout. While I think their team, like, has AGP gone to last? No, it's 1 guy on last. AGP now in lobby with 100% Uber. There's no X on, but again, this is one where they should really take it unless a big mistake's being made. Uber's coming in, pressuring them into spawn. Scout should go for the point now, and the soldier's going for the point while the scout takes the fight. And it's kind of scared, it's kind of a scatty fight, but they should take it, they have the numbers, but yeah, they're finally going to get it, just about. So kind of some sloppy play here, like, I mean, there's 2 pushes that should have been reasonably comfortable, the one failed by CPLAY, and this one that did come off in the end, but not too convincing, I don't think.
Yeah, what you're saying about Kuba is something I've definitely seen in the previous games, like, he needs to go in there. Even if he goes in and dies, he's still a target that's soaking up damage and keeping his teammates alive. But right now we're on to the second middle here, it's 1-0 AGP. With 21 minutes remaining on the clock, and CPLAY are playing a little bit of peekaboo here. They're hiding underneath the point, they're hiding around the nipple, and now we see AGP coming up right side with their combo Tick and Exxon trying to put out that damage, but they don't get a single frag on CPLAY. Both of them go down, and now the AGP flank are going to throw players into the mixer here, and they find 4 or 5 frags. It was all set up there by those combo players going down, I guess, but for a second CPLAY seemed to lose the composure. I think they thought middle was over, but they forgot about those 2 prolific scouts and T-Mac that were just about to be barreling down on them, and they paid the price.
Yeah, they needed to just, like, capitalize on the advantage. Blub did some really nice work denying the combo, pushing up left side early, like he contained them, did some damage and allowed his team to clean up those few frags, but then they just kind of froze, like you say. I think they felt like they had it in the bag and wanted to do this, you know, blob around their medic and take it from there, but they just didn't have control of the flank side, like they weren't watching their backs and things like this.
Gonna see Dob in there at big door. He sees the position of the AGP combo. They're coming through choke right now, but with this man advantage for CPLAY, they should be getting aggressive, trying to punish these players that choke. Flip is backing out. They're just happy to cap the point. In fact, they're gonna shore things up for now. They're aware, I guess, that they have that Uber advantage, and it is significant. It's about 40% right now. That gives them a big window of time with which they can push and try and catch Bull. Obviously, they don't want to, like, Uber immediately as they enter from choke on whichever side they want to push from, but if they don't, there is a risk. These 5 stickies from Exxon will catch them. They peek around the corner though, they've seen them, but the longer they take here, the sooner it will be that Bull has his charge up. 90% right now. It will be Uber versus Uber here. We're going to go into a little bit of a stalemate as Flippy has spawned on Sniper. He's going to look for that entry frag for his team, and the angle he's going for is choke here, and this is one that he likes. He got some big frags against BK here. Stark and Zappis fall into his scope at close range, and he's already hit that first shot, or fired it at least. He didn't tag anyone, but they're aware of it right now, and the feeling feels like he wants to peek here. And having that 300 health as soldier can be misleading, because you can still get domed by that fully charged headshot. Flippy's going to change his position though. He's moved to the big door, and you know, CPLAY are just doing their best not to commit, but Profix walks forward. Tech could have caught him there if he just committed, but Profix does back out. He is going to survive here, and this stalemate continues. Both teams looking for a frag, but CPLAY very aware of that sniper. They don't want to give Flippy any easy headshots here.
Yeah, I think CPLAY, they're probably regretting their decision not to push now. I mean, they had a decent enough advantage of Uber to push with, and if, like, you know, if they'd actually started pressuring choke on 90, they could have gone in quite comfortably as AGP was sitting reasonably far back. And I mean, obviously this stalemate's normally okay, but when it's like Flippy on Sniper, you haven't really got a whole lot to work with. They do pop in. They've Ubered in quite early, have CPLAY, and it's kind of an even trade. I think we might just be seeing a reset here unless someone drops. Like, Flippy's out, Flippy's safe. He's playing quite far back, so there's no real room for CPLAY to try and get in here. But Blood's gone down. That's a huge frag. It's a huge frag for HB. They trade for Exxon. Can they lock this down? I don't know. There's a soldier in behind. It's all kind of going crazy. DOB's gone down. It's looking a bit bad for CPLAY now. I think they're staying a bit too close. Yeah, both scouts overextending, Profix especially, and I think they're going to get wiped here.
Oh, Flip's going to pin them in position. Flippy steps around the corner and domes Cuba medic down, and Feeling will join him in the spawn queue. That's a complete wipe for CPLAY. And like, I feel their idea of Ubering in when the sniper was close was a good one, but the play after that just seemed to severely handicap them. On the respawn, DOB is going to try and go in for some Hail Mary there, but T-Mac immediately shuts him down on that platform, and now AGP are just sitting here on the gravy train. They're going to get their Uber charge up and get ready to come through roller door. They're going to pop early though. They don't want to take any risks. They're just looking for frags. Cuban manages to make it into the spawn, and the Uber's about to fade. They haven't found that frag they were looking for yet. There is the opportunity here, but Blue doesn't react quick enough.
Blub's
They
in
stack
La
the
La
point.
Land, man. Blub's like pushing up Riverside, spamming, you know, like the top of the steps as they're starting to stack the point. He's literally
He's
just
doing the
like
war.
he's in like no man's land doing nothing at all. But big props to Flippy. I think when they pushed that choke with the Uber, he did a really great surf, got himself so far away from the action. He didn't even need to be multied, let alone like a possible pick for CPLAY.
Gonna be a right hand side push here from AGP, same as last time where both their combo players died, but they're not going to commit too early because Flippy's playing sniper here, so they're just sort of giving a little bit of misinformation to CPLAY. Kratos goes down early to the body shot. Flippy finds a second frag onto Blub. DOB's going to jump in, kills off Exxon, and the Feeling manages to get in onto Bull, and the sniper strat from AGP has just been turned over there. Profix coming around from behind as well, and CPLAY perhaps prepared for this one, knew what they wanted to do there, despite the fact that Flippy got those 2 frags. They just went for it, managed to make it work. I'm shrugging my shoulders here, man. I don't understand.
I think it's quite, well, it's a combination of fortunate and well played by CPLAY that they got these 2 players, the Soldier and the Scout, in on Big Door just as Blub went down. I mean, if Blub had gone down 3 seconds earlier, those 2 players would probably have not decided to make that decision, but since they were already committed, what they found was Bull was just healing the sniper on Big Door, so there was no actual heals going to anyone but the sniper, and the sniper can't really defend him, but oh my god, Flippy's got Cuba. Ton of events.
Dropski there from Cuba, big headshot. He peeked around that corner. That's like the, no man's land. You can't cross that line. He did it, and he's dead. Right now, CPLAY have Feeling behind in the red lobby. They have DOB coming to choke, but fully buffed players here on CP2 for AGP. T-Mac finds Feeling in lobby. He's currently got a double health advantage. He's trying to surf around. Feeling whips out the shotgun. That's cheating, mate. But Flippy's going to peek in with the overkill headshot there. Kills off the 5 HP. Feeling with 150 of his own damage. And Tech finds more frags as he and Exxon push through choke here, and they're going to maintain this man advantage. They've got players coming up in different spawn waves, and this means that CPLAY are always going to be at a disadvantage. They can't really contest here. They do get the forward spawn though, but Exxon already has it locked down. Profix, Feeling and DOB thinking, what are they going to do here? They all choose to spawn back, and Exxon is still staying vigilant there with his sticky trap, but this massive Uber advantage for AGP means they have so much time to decide how they want to push last. I hope they don't rush in.
Yeah, it's a wise decision for them all to backspawn. The Exxon had that lockdown so hard. The Uber does come in from main. The Poe's doing a reasonable job of denying, but he gets taken down pretty swiftly in actual fact. But the fact there's only 1 scout on the field could prove difficult for AGB here, but they are turning frags. The Pocket's gone down, the Power's gone down. The Heavy's still healthy though, he's taken down the Medic, but tremendous numbers for AGP. It's going to be comfortable for them in the end.
Wow, Flippy finding more important frags there. Just when things were sort of on a knife edge, that Heavy looked like a threat. Oh no, he's dead. He clicked on his head. It's 3-0 AGP right now, and CPLAY are going to be feeling a little bit battered and bruised. There's 15 minutes left on the clock. If you've just joined us here on Teamfortress TV, this is the ETF2L Season 20 powered by TT Esports Premiership Week 3 fixture between CPLAY and L'Avant-Garde de Plouvorn. This is Map 1 Gully Wash, and currently AGP are running away with it onto this mid-fight though. Our 4th, and immediately Profix goes down, Bloob's going to follow him, and Kratos as well, and it seemed like they didn't get any sort of foothold on that mid-fight, Kaidus.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened, but I'm going to assume Profix attempted to be aggressive on Exxon, but Exxon completely prepared for it. Kind of like a double-edged sword of Exxon. He's not super fast to choke, and what this means is like he's not quite as far forward as scouts might expect him to be, so he actually sees them coming when otherwise they might not. But AGP just trying to roll it through here. I mean, the Ubers are quite even, but they're still kind of like pressuring, but I think they could get caught out if they're not careful. Exxon's a bit overextended. He's gone down great week. He's gone down, so this is an opportunity now for CPLAY. I mean, 3-0, 15 minutes left, this is kind of as good opportunity as they're going to get, but AGP are opting to actually Uber in, but they've just lost another frag on the flank. It's going to be really bad for them. They're going to be such a late pop for CPLAY. They should chase this medic and get the frag. It has to go down like this. So the medic goes down, they need to clean up now.
Absolutely insane from AGP, like clearly not looking at the scoreboard. Just Tech decided he wanted to take that Uber in. I don't know what they were thinking, like they couldn't have imagined they had really any sort of Uber advantage to push on there. It was neck and neck. The counter Uber from CPLAY just in the nick of time, and they'd be able to push out here. They're capped in second, but they're under pressure here. Flip and T-Mac showing them no respect coming in, and Exxon, as they all look towards choke, Exxon comes in from Big Door, but he just can't land the fatal shot on the QB. He's gone down to 50 health there. T-Mac knows he's weak. He's trying to get that medic pick, but Cuba is going to weather the storm. He's on 35 health here as everyone just backs off from AGP. They went for the play, but it didn't work out for them. Cuba's coming through choke. He's going to be able to get that kit, so he's back up to full, and CPLAY not giving AGP an inch here. Going to jump forward and deny choke. Now turning their attention to Big Door. They're going to lead with Feeling and DOB. They're already trying to get position here. They see that AGP are sort of in the lobby. They're trying to control these exits. T-Max looking totally the wrong way here. Has he got his sound muted? How does he not hear that, man?
I have no idea. I think he just wanted to arrow or buff. I think he wanted to go and make a play by choke, but just like, yeah, no one's spotting Big Door though. That's kind of a big mistake. I was impressed by Flippy and Flip. They both managed to get out of choke despite Blub chasing them down, but then neither of them are giving any vision on Big Door. Not a single call is being made, I don't think. So as funny as it is that T-Mac didn't hear them, there really should have been a call there from someone, as Ubers are traded on last, but not a convincing trade for CPLAY. That Flippy is down, just now respawning, but I mean, they popped early. They got the force out, but it's just a pretty even trade.
Few CPLAY players looking to push in now as AGP all turn around. Blue's doing big damage here and he's got Profix in tow. They're doing great focus fire. It's turned into a 3-on-2. AGP only have Flippy alive. He's only got 80 health. Profix with the meaty shot there. In fact, Cubis steals the frag and CPLAY get their first round on the board here. They're not going to take this lion down. There's still 11 minutes 20 seconds left. 2 rounds the difference. CPLAY going to mid. What do they need to change up here, kiddos?
I think they just need to. I think last minute was just a case of like they were a bit rattled by how the previous mids have gone down. I think they just need to, like, that has no sniper. They just need to play their game. I think they're going to be okay as long as they can just make sure they don't get crushed by the flank in the aftermath. We do see Blub. He's walking through the elbow, going to top left. He's going to try and put pressure on this point where he arrives, but a soldier meets him in the face. T-Mac destroying him. Tech and T-Mac both on top left, putting a lot of pressure. But the frags are turning. It's all coming CPLAY's way. Flip's still in. He's on the medic. I don't know. He's probably going to get this frag. He does get the frag, and it's 2v2 now, 2 scouts versus 2 scouts, but the health is in CPLAY's favour, but they need to hit the shots. Profix, 10 HP. His scout partners come to help him, and they do clean it up. Flippy actually, I think he was a respawn wave, maybe it wasn't 2v2, but he's coming in now.
No, he backed out, he's coming in again, but...
What a sissy, he baited his team out there. They definitely could have taken that if he'd stuck around. Flip came really close to like, kind of setting that up for him if he'd only been somewhere around to help him out.
I think there was a little bit of bait action from the CPLAY scouts as well. It seemed like they were nowhere to be seen whenever the real fight of the combos was going down. If they'd been there, perhaps Cuba and company would have survived, but right now, somehow AGP are still in control of middle despite being outnumbered as the mid fight came to its sort of anticlimactic end there, but AGP are back, they've respawned, they've capped middle, and I guess we can declare them the winners of this mid fight. Profix is going to go down though, and he's not going to be up for another 10 seconds. CPLAY are already pretty safely positioned on the high ground on that balcony, but they've lost control of their lobby and Flippy's behind, so this is sort of going to thin their numbers out. They have to leave at least one guy to look for him, and Kratos is going to get juggled into the wall. Tech with the easy shot there will get that frag. DOB goes down as well, and CPLAY just have to continue to back out here, and this is sort of frustrating because they've been in situations where they haven't necessarily been really far behind, but they just keep losing out, and now Ubers are getting traded here. Cuba and Feeling are trying to push ahead into the lobby to look for frags, but they haven't done any damage. Like, it's actually Bloop and Profix who are going to find the important frags that are killing off Exxon and T-Mac, and wow, CPLAY, they're looking good to go here, man.
Yeah, this one should be comfortable. I mean, they see Flip on choke, the back cap threat isn't big. Blub does go down, but they should be able to trade for Tech, and I mean, it's a demo for a soldier, but I mean, Tech is such a key player. Flippy is actually up on sniper now. He was playing from the forward spawn, but he seems to be rotating to choke now. I think this is going to be a clean push for them, as long as they can spot out Flippy and not, like, get domed. This should be quite comfortable for them, but Flippy, wow, we almost got a shot onto the medic. No one's pressuring him. I don't think anyone realizes he's there. Cuba has to worry because, I mean, they finally notice him now. I think he headshot. He hit a headshot on Kratos.
He hit that. I saw that.
That's incredible, but I mean, not the target he wanted at the end of the day. Quite a bit of a let off for CPLAY really, because he was scoping from choke that entire fight. But in the meantime, they did actually take down Bull and most of the enemy team. To be fair, this is another situation where, like, under normal circumstances, they should take 2 for free here and just be able to ruffle on into last. But they've kind of popped quite early. They're chasing down frags, but they need to be careful not to overextend here. I think Blub is realizing he might be a bit too late to the party, but I mean, they're getting some damage, but there's no follow-up. Cuba's gone down. I don't know how the hell that happened, but this is exactly what I was afraid of, the early pop, and then it's kind of like you're in that situation where you know you can, if you want to chase, like, you have an Uber to work with, but you're so far away that by the time it fades, you're just in such a terrible position, and that's kind of what's happened here, and it's kind of heartbreaking to see happen again.
I think Bull made a really sort of dumb play, but they actually worked out really well. He walked out of the forward spawn whenever CPLAY were already walking forward. He probably didn't have the information, but like, they saw him like a fucking greyhound to a hare, man, so they chased him. They done damage. He was like 30-40 health, and they tried to go for him, and last they do actually get the pick onto Bull now whenever AGP repush, but that was like the whole mentality behind CPLAY. They knew the medic was weak, they tried to go for him, he just hid in the sneaky, and they got the frags, but on the repush, AGP have found themselves outgunned and outnumbered. Big air shot coming out from Tech there as he cleans up Kratos, whips out the shotgun, finishes off Blub, and Tech himself just single-handedly shuts down all that CPLAY aggression, and DOB's thinking of going in and decides, nah, I'm jumping back to choke me. I'm going to wait for the respawns. I don't want to go against the fucking #1 soldier in all stats in the league right now.
Yeah, that was a really, really huge play from Tech. I mean, that was pretty much another one of these rounds that should have gone, but I mean, at least this time it was down to some really clutch play by Tech that lost it for CPLAY rather than the kind of their own mistakes. Probably doesn't make them feel any better, but makes me feel better at least.
It makes Tech feel like a fucking man though. He's sitting there flexing, man. He's like, ugh! Come at me, bro.
Well, we are kind of looking at another stalemate, but this time it's CPLAY in control of mid with their own snipers, so they're in the position that AGP were in before, and we'll kind of see if AGP are going to approach it a bit differently. Previously we saw CPLAY just opt to Uber in. Flippy playing a really close position to choke, like he's kind of playing around the corner, and his team are kind of spamming from further back on choke, trying to set up a little play here. I'm not quite sure what their intention is. A scout, he's dropped into drop down, he's trying to work something. I don't think they know he's there. They don't know he's there. He's going to come behind the medic. He's going for the 1, the 2, the... No, he misses. I was going to say, if he hit that, that was a drop, so kind of unlucky, I guess. But big balls by Cuba to hold it, but on another day, that could have been a dropsy-wopsy.
If he was playing sniper where he'd gone behind, he would have hit that headshot for sure, but with the scatter gun in hand, he doesn't connect. And now we see Uber's traded here. Exxon's looking for some pipes as he walks out to regroup with Tech, but not really much damage done in that Uber trade. But this is good for AGP. Right now they are 2 rounds in the lead. It's 3-1.
They've completely exposed their flank. Profix and DOB are in lobby. They're gonna gank Flippy even, and they've got really good position behind them. Like, no one watching Big Door at all for the Frenchies. They just let them in for free. And I mean, Blub and his medic are still on mid. They're kind of having their own fight. There's 2 separate fights going on here. I really don't know which way it's going to go, but the back have started. Flip's coming back for them. If they can just coordinate themselves properly here, this should be like promising for CPLAY, but it doesn't look like it's going to turn out that way. Not quite sure how this all came about because I could only watch one fight at a time, but a really huge mistake from AGP there, but CPLAY just not able to capitalize on it.
I think T-Mac was looking for a buff. He like walked away from Big Door, he was looking for the heals, and then those guys just sort of managed to make it into lobby. He knew they were there, but Flippy didn't get the memo. The combo went in and pushed anyway, but now the Ubers have come back up, and CPLAY, they've got about a second disadvantage here as the Ubers are fading. Tech is in onto Cube, but it's actually T-Mac who's going to finish off that frag there. And right now it's looking good for AGP. They've got a 2-man advantage. DOB and Profix are in here on the middle. Actually, DOB's going to force them out single-handedly. Okay, kills off T-Mac.
No idea what's going on. How did that happen?
Profix with a 4k at the minute. Manages to find the frag on Flippy, and CPLAY, man, they're still in it. 4 minutes, 45 seconds left. 2 rounds the difference. They're in control of CP4 as of now. They're slightly behind in the Uber, but if they just go for it, like, they can see 4 players here. Why not go main and try and go last? Like, draw them back, put them in a horrible position. DOB's going to run directly into all those buff players and die. Profix will follow him, and now it's AGP are going to... What? What? Big Kratos. He doesn't belong in Prem. Oh, but Flip with the response in on to Cuba there. Nobody turns around in time to deal with him. He gets that medic pick, and now he's going to fight with Blue. Feelings trying to get aggressive, but Big Door jumps back up to help him, but it's actually Profix who's going to clean up that threat. Now he's pushing in for a second frag onto Tech, has him down to 20. Tech whips out the shotgun, gets the frag, but Feeling with the immediate response. Tech goes down, and now Feeling looks like he's signed his own death warrant. He'll go down as well. So it's actually just about 4-on-4. The respawn coming in for AGP as they're pushing into middle here. But Bloob's in position to deny them on that right hand side. He doesn't know that Flippy's trying to do the Boston Basher jump up behind him. He's bailing though. I think Flippy's going to kill himself. 3, 2, Flippy goes down. Oh my god, watch some of Cookie's jump demos please, mate. That was embarrassing.
I think Blub actually got the call he was doing that. He had a sticky setup waiting for him, so I think even if he had hit the perfect jump, he would have met pretty much the same end, albeit maybe a less embarrassing one. But now, with only 3.5 minutes left on the clock, CPLAY are going to take 2, and they're going to get an attempt on last. And if they make it, then we have a really close game, and the potential for a huge comeback.
I still believe CPLAY.Tt, they've got this, man. They're coming in from Riverside, but they're going to be facing an Uber charge, a heavy weapons guy. And some of the best players in the league right now. Feeling's going to jump forward. He managed to make it through roller door without having to Uber here, but a few seconds milked there by Bull, and it seems like Flippy wants to push forward with a heavy, but he's going to stay back, he's going to play safe. Tech doesn't give chase, and I think they're just going to play the clock here. They know they're in a strong position. All they have to do is defend. They can't really chase with that heavy, but Exxon's down to 10 health, and it will go down to DOB. So that leaves the point wide open right now, kaidus.
And this is problematic for AGP. They actually have, I was going to say, CPLAY had 2 lights underneath and they might have made it work, but now it's just a Blood behind the point alone. I mean, he ends up in a really unfortunate situation there, Blub. I mean, both, I think DOB and one of the scouts kind of went under exactly as Exxon died, so I kind of thought for a second they had a really good situation going on, but then some soldier aggression onto Riverside kind of just drove a wedge between the players underneath the ones trying to follow up from Riverside.
So that's sort of ended CPLAY's chances of winning the map outright, but they can still make the draw happen here. There's 2 minutes left. They only have to take 2 points to get one round in the board and then another fast
What are they
middle.
doing? They're just jumping into an Ugo. What are they thinking?
Thinking, let's go for it, man. We've forgotten what the Ubers are at. And now Tech is trying to walk forward here. His Uber fades though, and he feels he hasn't done much damage. He has to reload. He's going to get those rockets back up now. He's looking to contest DOB, but meanwhile on the flank, T-Mank and Flip seem to be the immovable object. They have secured the leaks there. They're ready to go, but AGP don't need to do anything here. All they need to do is hold, keep running that clock down. 1 minute 30 seconds left. What's happening on choke right now, Kaidus?
I was gonna say, Blub and Cuba were trying to like make some ground up forward. Like Blub hit a nice pipe onto the scout. Thought he was gonna get the double, but couldn't quite make it happen. In the end, they're basically just getting rolled over, and Flippy's coming in from behind. It's gonna be really tough for them now. Yeah, that push from choke. I don't know. It almost worked. Like they kind of jumped the two soldiers in. Cuba really was looking like he wanted to commit to choke, and I don't know, the French just took too long to kill the soldiers, so it almost turned around in a way that should never have happened, and like CPLAY had the Uber advantage and all that. I don't know, I think they just got a bit too hasty. Like they tried to go, I mean I know the time's kind of against them now, but at the time they had like 1 minute 40. I think they could have waited 5 seconds to get an extra guy with them, because I think that's all it would have taken, one extra guy with Blub, and they would have been able to make something happen. But as Tech's rolling in with Uber, just getting frag after frag, I think we might be looking at garbage time.
Yeah, that largely European phenomenon is the dead time here. The clock has continued to tick down. It's sort of mathematically impossible for them to get back into this. Feeling's trying to pad his stats, but it doesn't hit the air shot there. That doesn't count. He does get the pick onto Bull though, but already T-Mac is camping on the cap point here. Tech denies the demo man for a few seconds. T-Mac gets the frag, and they're going to get a fourth easy round there. But you know, that sort of belies the fact that this game was pretty close at points, but CPLAY sort of being outclassed in the end. 10 seconds left, but I don't think they're even going to make it to the mid fight. So we'll declare our winner, AGP, here in the first map, 4-1 against CPLAY. We're going to go to map 2 Logjam shortly, but we got to take a look at the logs first. Kids love them logs.
Yeah, I think CPLAY gave a pretty good impression of themselves. I mean, 4-1's a kind of harsh scoreline, I think. I mean, I'm not sure how the numbers will stack up, but from my perspective at least, it looked like a more even game than 4-1.
Got the logs up, and I'm actually surprised to go into damage first, and I see Eggs on top damage, 370, but not far behind him. 2 DPM less is Bloob on 368. I thought Tech had a big game, and looking at the kills, I can definitely see that. 34 for 11 for 21, did 366 damage per minute, but he's actually out-fragged by Flippy there, who I wasn't necessarily paying attention to during the game, but looking at his individual class stats, he had 14 frags on Sniper for 5 deaths. On Scout, he was 20 for 13, but that combination, Tech and Flippy doing work, Exxon not really being abused as much. He did get 19 frags for 21 deaths, but he did 370 damage per minute. Is that a worthy trade, Kaidus?
That's reasonable, I guess. Something I find really interesting about these logs, and it kind of, what makes it interesting to me, like I thought CPLAY, I had them down kind of as this very German team, if you could excuse maybe any bigotry there, but like they seem to me to be like quite patient. Like the only two players I have personal experience with on that team is Kratos and Feeling, and they're both quite, very calm and very collected and taking quite a methodical approach to the game. So I kind of had them down as this kind of team, and I thought if it kind of devolved into a really messy DM fight, that they would get just sheerly outclassed. I mean, while the score is 4-1, it is, like, I thought it was a reasonably close game. It was only really the last pushes and things like that, like, they just kind of weren't clinical enough in the vital moments. But, I mean, both medics are sitting above 15 deaths, and both demos are sitting above 20 deaths. And that tells you something about the game for me. Like, any game where that's the case, it's been, like, a really messy game. Like, not a whole lot of stalemates, just a lot of, like, DM fights. They really held their own. Like, I thought they did actually quite good.
Yeah, it hasn't necessarily been that one-sided. There's about 30 frags difference between the teams, 4k damage, but the mid-fights were close. It was 3-2 in favour of AGP. We did see Cuba dropping that one Uber that was maybe taking the wind out of their sails a little bit, but Looking at the stats overall, I'm looking at kills right now, and Kratos down there, 9 frags for 10 assists and 26 deaths, really not having an impact on the game, only 150 damage. Profix, not really, you know, up there where we've seen him in the past in previous games, struggling to get into it on Gully Wash, but